Well, hello and welcome. I believe we're a little behind, but sometimes that's the way it is, which is why we don't always say an exact set time yet. I am Christopher Hopkins, the Makeover Guy.
And I am Joann Hopkins, the wardrobe woman.
And we are going to complete today giving some information about the book Staging Your Comeback, a complete beauty revival for women over 45, which those of you who have it, I hope you enjoy, and those of you who don't, you can get it anywhere. Just click on Amazon, and we have a link in the description under there. So, Mother, how are you?
I am just fine, thank you. I'm dying to have some of that cheesecake I see over there.
I made a cheesecake, the very first cheesecake I've ever made in my life. Thank you. I'm pouring this. You can pull back a little bit.
I can't see it.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm in your way. You can pull back a little bit, Kayla, so you can see sort of what we've got going on here.
He told me last night what it took to make this cheesecake. Never in my life would I have gone through all that, but it's beautiful, turned out perfectly.
Well, I was up till probably 3 o'clock. Started out with, because we're on the diet that we're on, you can have cheesecake, which is paleo-friendly and keto-friendly, and HCG, the diet we did, friendly. Google them. Anyway, because it's cheesecake, the crust is usually the issue in a cheesecake, and so we made a crust by making a flour out of almonds that were blanched, that Robert blanched and made that and used.
And husked or shucked or whatever you call it.
To make them blanched. And so, I mean, I'm getting you a lot, but at least I have this, and you can freeze it. So here, we'll do this, Mom. You can have yours.
Oh, good. I get to have it right away.
Yes, we'll have it there. And just fine on its own. I was going to do strawberries. Cherries are nice, but, well, there you go.
That's lovely. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Is that perfect or what?
It's pretty. I admit I've gotten up in the middle of the night and kind of
checked on it?
Checked just to see if it's still there. And if you take just little slices, which I learned from you, little bites, then
you can have more.
Then you can have a whole coffee cake for breakfast, but you only, oops, I spilled. And so.
You want this?
No.
No?
Okay, fine. So, there. All right, we got our cheesecake, we got our tea, and I wanted to know, what are you wearing?
I am wearing Chico's.
I purchased this because it was so good on you, and it's with, it's their VIP, whatever they
Black label.
Black label. Mm-hmm. And so we started out, I thought, that could be a great dress, the top, because it's a shirt dress. Mm-hmm. And then I knew a deep V is good on you, and then the pants actually fit. So put the whole thing together, and it looks really good. It looks like you.
I like it a lot.
And there are links in the description of everything that, like the wig that Joann is wearing, I think it's a Merrill, and it's in the links in the description, right, Kayla?
Yes, it is.
Also, her eyewear is Ray-Ban. Her eyewear is Ray-Ban. That link is in the description. The entire outfit is in the description. So then people can, because they always ask, what are you wearing, what is it, and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that's what I'm wearing, Chico's, Black label.
Can you stand, do you think?
I can.
Well,
if I don't slip off this.
Oh, all right, I had to give her 2 pillows. She wanted one, but
I can stand.
It's easier to get up when you don't have so far to go, I think. I think.
Cute.
All right, so go.
I can go clear back here.
All right, so then can you pull back? Oh, yeah, then you can kind of see. Yeah, that looks cute.
See?
So, and then when you turn around, it's got, it's just a duster. That looks nice.
I could wear it as a dress, probably.
Yeah, I didn't know if I like that, but I think we can put one extra little shoulder pad on that left arm so that it goes straight. But
well,
that looks cute, Mom.
Thank you. I like it too.
Don't you think?
Cute. Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Very much. Very comfortable.
And it fit.
And it fits.
Nothing needed to be altered. That was very exciting. Well, while we're on that topic, I got two more things. Thank you, Robert. Hop up on there, and then sink down. There you go.
Okay.
Help her in.
I got to go in a little. Oh, there. That's good.
See, then we'll get to be the right height. That looks good. So I also got 2 more things today, because we tried on different outfits, and I wanted to give people links to things. The shapewear, we don't have the link, because those aren't, but these I think would work for you. And so I got 2 of them.
Oh, fun.
They're just also in the lengths, but isn't that cute?
I can't see it.
Oh,
I got to come over here a little bit. Yes, I like that. That's similar to my black one a little bit.
The one that works.
The one that I love.
That works.
And have even dyed it over the years to keep it going.
The reason that one works is because the first drop tier is slightly under the bust line. So that first tier brings the bust in instead of looking like a trapeze. That first tier goes there, and then they tier down. Typically, tiers will add heft, but it's a good way inexpensive way to make a moo-moo.
Oh,
And,
no, don't say moo-moo.
Well, we'll call it whatever. Gauze.
It's a flowy cotton summer
Yeah.
dress. And it's much cooler than shorts or
Both
capris.
in your color palette. So
In my
these
color
are
palette.
also from Chico's.
Oh, are they the same shape?
Same thing. There's two colors this year that are good for you. Seafaring blue and hot pink, like hot pink. And since we know that all this color palette goes together, we can use it like garanimals and have your colors all together.
I love garanimals.
Yes, it just makes it simple, but you can throw it on and easy for summer.
I love those.
Those will be, we'll try them out. I think they should work.
You know, I just don't wear shorts anymore, and generally I'm not crazy about capris unless they're ankle. Then that's okay.
It's challenging because we're petite. You wear petite mostly.
Can you believe that, petite?
I don't know.
Well, I've lost 2.5 inches in height. That makes a big difference.
I think people sometimes think petite means small. Oh, I wouldn't wear a petite. I'm a size 18. Well, you wear an 18 petite then because it's shorter, not necessarily smaller.
Petite's cut shorter through here.
Yeah.
So, and I'm short-waisted, so I really need petite for that.
Yeah, and arm length, and so many of the models that have come in, I was like, if we got a petite, we wouldn't have to alter that. They roll sleeves up.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Are you going to talk so I can taste this?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'll talk. But I wanted to go where we left off, I believe, with staging our comeback last
The
week.
4 A's?
Did we go through the 4 A's
No,
last time?
no.
Okay. That's why I wanted to go through them this time. I did the introduction, which explained how the book happened. We went into chapter 1, which is your term. It's your turn, and I started out with a quote from Agatha Christie, which I love.
Very good.
How is it? Is it good?
Very good.
I have enjoyed greatly the second blooming that comes when you finish the life of the emotions and of personal relationships and suddenly find, at the age of 50, say, that a whole new life has opened before you, filled with the things you can think about, study, or read about. It is as if a fresh sap of ideas and thoughts was rising in you. So that's how it started out. And then I went into, I'll read this. This was a client of mine, Karen, and I remember her vividly now that it's been several years, but I wrote, Carol had been coming to me for about a year before I finally asked. A tall, conservatively dressed school teacher, is it good? She colored her thick, unruly hair almost black, liked it blunt, like Cleopatra, with heavy bangs. It worked for her, she said. We spoke infrequently during her appointments, but I liked her. She wanted to look younger, but thought she was in a losing battle, and I explained that softening her hair color would help, but she seemed intent on keeping that black, dark hair. Her whole look had a hardened sadness about it, and it gave me the impression that something was missing. Finally, I asked, Karen, what's going on? You're holding something that's not working anymore, and although you know it, you're afraid to change. I'm going through a divorce, she confided. Okay. Having been married for more than 30 years, Karen was now, at that age, 56. I bet she's 66, 76. I bet she's 76 now. Soon to be single. We discussed anti-aging techniques, what she could do to look and feel better, but I couldn't help but notice she seemed intrigued. Months later, I walked into the salon and noticed a young, slender woman with great legs wearing a short black skirt, black opaque hose, heels, and a burgundy turtleneck. She looked poised, assured, and vivacious. I went, no way, Karen! You look great! Well, of course, she was not wanting all that attention. But if it wasn't for her black hair, her eyes widened, saying, shut up, don't draw attention to me. But the transformation was too amazing, and I was, well, to me. I looked her up and down and noticing for the first time an amazing figure. And after finalizing her divorce, Karen got in shape, lifted her face, and revamped her wardrobe. I watched a woman change from dowdy to dazzling.
That's good. Dazzling is always good.
Well, it happens. And
it happens more often, not often enough, I should say.
No, because people don't think, they don't know how to do it. That's why I wrote the
Nope.
book. It's like, I want to, but they don't make the effort. And
Nope.
so that's why I said, and that's a good quote, read that.
I love that one. If you can't be a good example, then you'll just have to be a horrible warning.
So tell me exactly, and that's pretty much it. You can either be a good example or a horrible warning. It's just making the effort to do something. And most people don't know how. And you, I know, Mom, are an exception all the way around, that you have always made an effort. And here you are, many years later, still doing it, and it's more effort. What do you do? What's your morning routine?
Well, you know, first of all, I have to wash my makeup off from the night before because I don't take it off before I go to bed. Excuse me. And then I start with my makeup routine. And if you've seen my makeup video, you know how scary that is. And I perform my morning miracle, which I think is exactly what impressed Christopher when he was just a little boy standing at my elbow watching this. But I have to, because until I have my makeup done and so forth, I don't feel good. I don't feel like me, actually. I feel more like maybe my grandmother or whatever, and I don't like that feeling.
But you could wake up and not do it, right? I mean, like everyone else.
It'd be easy.
And then run out of the house, maybe a little mask. I mean, you could do that, but.
I couldn't.
So, but the results are obvious.
Well, it takes a little time. It doesn't have to take a lot, but you have to commit to doing it for yourself. I can't buy the excuses. I have 2 or 3 or 4 children, because it's up to you to get up, allow some time for yourself before they all get up, perhaps. Just for you. You need that.
It's your time, and
Yes.
I think I put it like, I don't want to take the time. No, give yourself that time. Give
Yes.
yourself 30 minutes. It's your 30 minutes to start your day before the day starts, and then the whole day goes better.
Yes,
It just is
yes,
better
it
when the
does.
doorbell rings.
Well, you look better, you're going to feel better, of course.
Now, I'm going to skip just to this one little thing about blasting belief systems, because you said about excuses.
Oh.
And part of, there's the 4 A's, which I'll go into, but part of that is that we all have excuses or belief systems that people pull right away. I hear them all the time. I've heard them my entire life. It's not original. You're not going to throw a new one at me about why you can't. Oh, I can't do that because, but do you want to read some of them?
Where are we now?
I asked a group of women about what their belief systems were.
What page is it?
It's 10 or 11. What people use. I've heard it. One is, vanity. It's just foolish pride.
Yep. It's what's inside, not outside, that's important.
Okay.
Not true.
Well,
to a point,
it's true.
true.
It's true what's inside is important, but also what's outside is important. So why can't you have both? Just like taking pride in your outside too. It's
Yes,
like,
yes.
inside our house it's great, but the yard and everything just sucks. But who cares? What's inside the house is what's important. Oh, it's not important to keep a good yard and everything so that people driving by appreciate your house. Okay, next.
Women should age gracefully.
What does that mean?
It's beyond me. What is aging gracefully? Aging is difficult. There's no doubt about it. And aging gracefully is just being lazy, I think.
Well, I think that they like to pull out maybe 3 or 4 names: Helen Mirren, Judi Dench, forever.
Oh, yeah.
Or those kind of things. And I want to say, Helen Mirren and Judi Dench have a full face of foundation, blush, eyeliner,
yes,
false
everything.
eyelashes, lipstick, lip liner. Their hair has been done, even though it's short. It's been cut precision to look like that.
Yeah.
And maybe a few little things done here or there that you think they haven't had done. Right, Babs? Barbara Streisand. Oh, next one.
Next one, if God wanted
Yeah. If God wanted
me to look like that.
then he would have, like, oh, do you have a direct phone call? Like, hello, God. Oh, is that what you want? Oh, well, now that I know what you want, I'll.
My response to that is God gave us the talent to make it better, to enhance what he gave us. And so I don't buy that. If God wanted us to look like I do without my makeup.
I have to interject just because you'll get out of this topic. It's going to be off topic and it's going to shock you, Mother. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Speaking of God.
What?
No, just listen. I received, and I appreciate so much that people send me, you know, information and notes, and sometimes to my personal home, like Marilyn. Oh, I wanted to sing that. I wish we had those things.
Oh, I don't have it today.
It's okay. We'll do it next time.
Okay.
But I got this lovely letter that I will just put it in synopsis, and we can cut and paste this out. But basically, it says, I highlighted the important parts. Are you ready, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, she knows what God wants. I hope that you would have a desire to have a personal relationship with Christ. You cannot do that when you are living in a homosexual relationship.
Uh-oh.
It is not possible. After these many years, I am certain that you love Robert. And there's nothing wrong with loving him, but I wonder if you would consider giving up that sort of lifestyle for a relationship with your Creator.
Oh. Oh.
This is a serious decision for you to make. No, just listen.
I have to be nice.
No,
now.
you don't have to be anything. I want you to honestly respond. This is a serious decision for you to make, and Robert. I know there are many practicing homosexuals. Your life is only one that you have control over. But at the same time, if you are convicted by this letter, I think she meant convinced. But I think it was accurate to say convicted. I hope you will be anxious to talk to others. Cheryl, I am so anxious to talk to others, and that's just what I did. Thank you so much, and thank you for this book, A Divine Revelation of Hell.
Revelation.
The time is running out. I will read this chapter tonight and make a decision if I should divorce my husband of 35 years and build a relationship with your Creator. Anyway, we were talking about what do you think about that, Mom?
Well, you certainly threw that one in on me.
I know, you even have to be real now.
Well, the simple fact is she doesn't know up from squat about what that is. She doesn't know what homosexuality is. She doesn't know what it means. She doesn't know that your child comes into this world as God wants him, and he grows as he must, and you should not be judging him. He or she comes in that way. They don't choose it, ever. Nobody in their right mind would choose to be homosexual, but God loves them. He loves everyone, right? That's what it says. He loves us all.
She didn't feel like that originally.
Me?
You didn't come right out like that. We grew up fundamentalists. I can quote my scriptures.
Yes.
But you study. Unlike other mothers,
I did study. I learned, and I went to meetings. What are the meetings called? I can't think.
Adult children of what?
No, anyway.
PFLAG.
PFLAG.
Parents
groups.
and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, but now it's probably ABCDQ, you know.
Yeah, lots of things now. But the fact is, genuinely, they grow up the way they are. I knew, as far as Christopher, when he was a very little boy. And I think most of the parents do, whether they want to accept it or not. And I wasn't willing to accept that. I did as much as I could to make sure he did not grow up gay. I did everything I could.
She did.
And not because I was embarrassed by it, but because I knew what his life was going to be difficult for him. And I didn't want that to happen.
Turned out it wasn't so difficult.
Well,
as far as,
you went through a lot of
well, yeah,
things.
I mean, it hasn't been easy, but
no.
But I've had a good life and a good loving relationship for 35 years, basically.
Yes.
But yes, no, it's not been easy. It's a little easier now that I'm an old queen. You know, I'm less threatening.
Before you were just a princess.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, you just have to learn and listen and love and accept. And Robert is wonderful. I adore him. So they have a wonderful home, a wonderful business, relationship, of course. And I'm very proud of both of them.
I could have,
and
of
I'm
course,
lucky to have them.
I could have, of course, done this and rejected that lifestyle that is a choice and married a woman. And it could have been a woman in my life for the last 35 years.
Oh, God help the woman is all I can say.
I would say, too. And
amen to that.
I've said to Robert...
What a miserable woman that would be.
I've told Robert many times, my dear, you have earned a special place in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, you talk so I can eat cheesecake.
All right. No, I'm just finished mine. It is good.
It is. It's very good.
So the 4 A's we were going to talk about, and I'll condense them because we only have so much time left. But for you to achieve any goal, it's the same thing. Any aspiration is you have to aspire, approve, assume, then affirm. Everyone wants to go on a diet, but you cannot do these things without first wanting it. And when you say you want it more than anything. I want that with such a passionate desire that I will have it. I will have that because I want it that badly. If you don't want it that badly, you're not going to do it. You're not going to change your entire, you're not going to like lose 20 pounds in 3, I mean, we wanted it. So that's why I'm 195 instead of 215. Thank you, 1 month later. The second step, and
may I
yes,
interject
you may. Please
here
do.
just a second? My father told me one day, I was looking at a car and I really wanted that Mustang. I really couldn't afford it. It wasn't new, but I loved it. And so I drove it to him to look at.
Like a 66 or 7, something like that?
66 Mustang. And he looked at it and he said, well, it's simple fact, Joann, I know that if you want something, you'll make it happen. And I did. I got my 66 Mustang. So
and that's how everything had done. I wanted this badly enough that I have made these things happen in my life. I made them happen. I mean, it didn't just happen. We're just going to make it happen. But you have to want it badly. So it's aspire, approve, assume, and affirm. First of all, you can want it, but everyone wants things and it goes wrong. And that's not the thing. You not have to want it. You have to assume that you're going to have it. So you have to decide and make it an assumption, aspire, and give yourself the approval, which that's the problem that people don't do. They don't give themselves the approval. That's why I went into those belief systems. Well, you know, I must be supposed to be this size. All my family ended up at this size, so it's just genetically, it's excuses. Or I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I'm a no muss, no fuss kind of gal. I'm just casual. I don't have the time. Always followed by an extreme list of reasons why they have to get up at 5 in the morning, have 6.5 children, we all have the same time.
And
30
of
minutes.
course, there are more important things in this world than how you look.
Of course.
And that's true, of course.
Well, of course there is, but there's more things important than how you treat your children. There's more important things than how you treat your relation. There's lots of more important things. You can always use there's more important things, but it doesn't get you toward your goal if you say that. Well,
also,
in fact, there's more important things than that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, more important. I mean,
Then
heart
there's
attack.
always the beauty is just shallow. Makeup is just shallow. So,
Beauty's only skin deep.
yeah.
How deep do you want it? Pretty pancreas?
And besides that, natural is more beautiful than made up. Well, thanks. You saw me natural.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Looking natural is generally more attractive than looking made up, I think. The idea is to look, but also some people want to look made up. That's their thing.
That's my thing.
My husband doesn't like makeup. Good for him.
Yeah. Well, probably he's never seen you with makeup.
Yeah, well, he likes makeup on you, but when he's looking through the porn channels, likes the nails, the makeup. Oops.
Oh, dear.
Just saying. Well, it's true.
Okay.
Well, no one dresses up in my town.
So what? I grew up in a small town with lots of, people around me and church.
And family that
And
didn't
family
approve of that.
that didn't necessarily approve of makeup. Of course, I started out in high school. I didn't really start wearing anything until I was probably 16 or 17. But as time went on, I loved movies. I loved movie magazines, and I watched and I learned and I read everything I could. And little by little, I changed from au naturel, which wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great, and learned a little something along the way. We were in California. I learned something else. So I don't think there's
I think what you also learn is the response you get
Yes.
when you look better, how
Yes.
doors open, how people treat you.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely.
It's...
You're more credible usually. People pay
you remain
attention.
relevant, you don't disappear. Another one is, I don't know how. Well, we've got Google.
I didn't know how either.
Watch my videos.
Yeah, watch the videos. But the fact is, you don't start out knowing how. you have to learn it and experiment and take the time. Find an hour that you can dabble with the makeup, play with it, and you'll find out.
And I think there's a whole generation where it's very difficult because in the generation just post you, the baby boomer kind of thing where it went all natural, which was great. Like to teach the world to
But
sing.
then let me tell you what happens after 45 or 50.
Yeah, they're all coming here like, I don't know what to do. My mother never told me. And so...
That natural doesn't work.
Well, then read the book, because there isn't a lot of information out there on videos. It's all...
That's true.
It's a lot for young people, and it doesn't...
But this book, I feel your book is good for any age, just any age. But it certainly will help you if you're just starting and trying to learn and experiment.
No one sees me anyway.
Oh, that's silly. There's always someone watching. As I told my kids growing up, be your best. Try to be your best always, because there is always someone watching. And I've heard that over and over.
Well, I think that if you're imagining that you're on stage and that there is a camera somewhere, you perform better.
That's true.
And you will look better. No, it's not fun. I mean, I'd rather just get up, but I've made my whole life so that I don't. Otherwise, I know what we could look like.
I know. I just have one little thing here, quote, I just love this one also. There are no ugly women in the world, just lazy ones.
Ooh, the lesbians are going to get after you for that
hurts.
one, Mom.
True. There are no ugly women, just lazy ones. Takes a little effort to look your best.
It doesn't even take, it just takes something. Anyway, I can't afford to maintain it. Mom.
Oh, where?
No, I'm just saying, you can't afford to maintain it? We didn't have money.
Oh, heavens no. You get lots of samples. If you know where to look and spend time, you'll find lots of samples. Or leftovers, things that your mother doesn't want anymore or somebody doesn't want anymore.
I had no money. I went to Ragstock, I found clothes. I don't know. You can...
I didn't have money.
No.
Goodness.
No, but a liner pencil is not, whatever it was.
Maybelline was very inexpensive then.
I love this one. Well, you can work out. Well, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to look too muscular. I'm always like,
oh, wow.
Well, try this. Looks a little too muscular, just stop for 2 weeks. You'll be right back where you started. It's not like permanent. I don't want to get too muscular. Well, then what? Ew. Anyway. You look better.
Go ahead.
You look better with more weight as you age. I know you like that one.
I love that one. I love it. I know it's not true, but I love it anyway.
There is the quote.
I always feel that as you get older, and if some illness befalls you, you need a little something to
fall
go
back
on.
Some body fat. Yeah, just so you don't get to, I'm like, but also, I mean, as Joan Rivers said, at some point you have to choose between your ass or your face, and that is true. If you get too skinny, you can look too gaunt here. And,
yes.
And then you just feel it. But like, if you get there, then it's easy to put a little back on or whatever.
Oh, it's easy.
And
very easy to put on.
The final one, I don't care what people think.
Baloney. That's not true. Somewhere along the line, you heard that line and decided to make it yours.
Everybody cares what people think about. Everyone wants to feel attractive. Everyone wants to look better, and they want to look at someone who looks nicer. And if nothing else, you want to go to a restaurant and see other people at least look nice. It makes the world a better place, says Oprah. So now we're wrapping it up. We got 1 minute. That's all we need to do. We did our little. So we'll continue with that. But I hear the excuses all the time. We get it online, and it's.
I think it's important.
Excuse.
I think it's important, though, for you to really think about it, dream about it. When I was a girl, I always thought, oh, I just want to be a movie star. That was my dream forever. I even wrote to actresses asking if they had any clothes that they didn't want anymore or makeup. I don't know if Mother ever sent them, but I did write.
It cost a stamp.
Well, that's true. It's expensive to look good.
Yeah, right? Well, I don't want to send that. They won't get it anyway, and we need that 10 cents. Sorry.
So anyway.
Can you just recap the 4 A's?
The 4 A's are aspire, approve, assume, then affirm. We got through aspire and approve. Aspire is wanting it. Approve is giving yourself the approval, getting rid of all those excuses. Then we'll go into aspire, approve, assume. Assume is meaning you just I am a size 6. I just am. And Affirm is saying it every day until you make it happen. I mean, it was, when you're 20 pounds can seem like insurmountable. Like,
Yes,
but
it
I'm like,
can.
I am 195. That's what I am, and I have been, and I am right now.
I'd rather not talk about what
I know.
I am right now.
Well,
but,
we're going to work through that together. Aspire, approve, assume, and then affirm.
right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little segment, time together. I wish you could enjoy this cheesecake as much as I do. And do remember the book. Remember, it's for all ages. It makes a wonderful gift. And
We just
thank you.
We need this right now, don't we?
Yeah.
So yes, thank you very much.